Part one, Liam and Miley. I have never. It was a lot of this for me, and I was up here, and then all of a sudden and I just woo, like, you know what I mean? Was that English? I had a lot of high hopes, and they were like to my hopes, and I'd be like, no, like that. Well, that's the end of that. I think that's the whole story, really. So, hope you like this series. Okay, before we begin, Tefi, don't talk about the astrology. Too bad. All right, I got it pulled up. Miley, she's a Sag Sun, Scorpio Moon. Ooh. I love Scorpio Moons because I love the drama. And she's a Taurus rising. Her Venus is in Capricorn. Okay. Her Mars is in Cancer. Her midheaven is in Aquarius. She's an interesting gal. Liam, if you see this, can you please text your mom your birth time? I can't freaking find it anywhere. And you're really, like, it's really selfish, you know? So you're a Capricorn, I'm not talking to Liam. I'm talking to Melissa. I'm sure there's a Melissa watching this right now. Hey, Mel. He's a Capricorn sun, Leo moon. Hey, girl. Me too. Capricorn, and his Mercury's in Capricorn. Venus in Aquarius, Mars in Sag. Wow. You're a serious little guy. Not a little guy. You're a big guy. You're a guy. Every time I see this image, and I see it a lot, because I Google it, I'm looking for it. I can't help but think of one song. The first cut is the deepest. Baby, you know. Like, hello. Doesn't it? So Miley Cyrus was a huge Disney star. Unless you live. Oh my God, I have cookies. So Miley Cyrus, Disney girl, right? Hannah Montana. She's huge at this point. Like, everybody knows who the frick Hannah Montana is, right? And she's starting to get into her, like, I'm not a girl, not yet a woman phase here. If you know, you know. It's starting here. And Liam Hemsworth is a relatively unknown Australian actor who is also gorgeous. Stunning. That whole family, what is in the water? Oh my God. So Miley says that during this time when they met, they really became very, very good friends, which is also what I call people that I do sex with. And since Liam wasn't very aware of her celebrity, he's a serious guy, he's not watching Hannah Montana, whatever, she got to present herself or like express herself and let him get to know her on her terms. Not like tabloids or rumors or the blogs or Perez Hilton, you name it. Which is cute. Same for me when I meet. Part two, Miley and Liam, Liam and Miley. I ate that cookie really fast and I have a little bit of a tummy ache. It was really good. I don't regret it. Yes, I do. So this was a very messy time for Miley because she was tweeting a lot about Nick Jonas. I'm sorry. Like, there are a lot of times when people were not sure if she was tweeting about Nick or Justin Gaston or Liam Hemsworth, because she was in with all three of them, you know? Like, June 25th, 2009 is supposedly like their anniversary, like Liam and Miley's official anniversary. However, she still apparently had some like beef with Selena Gomez over Nick. Like, should I go into this? I'll just go into this, whatever. So June 13th, June 14th, 2009, Miley starts tweeting out these pictures that historians speculate are about Nick Jonas. And this one, look at the iPod. And this one, good night, my sweet inspiration. And this one, you make me smile. Before we continue, I just want you to know, like, this is a very confusing time for us historians because she is seen with Nick, Justin, and Liam, all the while claiming to be single. So it's messy. So I think whenever she would tweet about home, she was tweeting about Nick. So she was tweeting out like June 14th, my favorite song is Home by Michael Bublé, right? And Nick Jonas's favorite artist is Elvis Costello, or one of them. One of his favorite artists are Elvis Costello. So here she is like talking about like Elvis Costello brings me back home, okay? June 15th, Miley is spotted performing So Not Over You, which is a song about Nick Jonas. Allegedly about Nick Jonas, Nicholas Jonas. Pause it, pause it, pause it, pause it. June 16th, 2009, Jonas Brothers release Lines, Vines, and Trying Times. And there's a song on there, Before the Storm, featuring Miley Cyrus. Now, the song is absolutely about Miley because throughout their relationship, Miley and Nick always talked about like thunderstorms and storms when referring to their relationship. Here's a song. Pause it, pause it, pause it, pause it, pause it. I'm over here. So here are some examples of when they would talk about rain and storms and thunder and lightning about their relationship. Then Miley tweets, lyrics. I'm saying this because it's like right before Liam's times. With every strike of lightning comes memory that lasts. There's a beautiful thunderstorm tonight. That is obviously about Nick Jonas. June 20th, Miley Cyrus tweets that she's one of her favorite cities with favorite people. Guess where I am and guess what I'm doing. Jonas Brothers tweet, got a couple of surprises for you tonight. And then Perez is like, I'm hearing you're at the Jonas Brothers concert tonight. True, Miley forever. And they did perform together. Hi, part 3 of Liam and Miley, but we're going to backtrack a little bit, right? So, I dropped my clip. My phone's gonna die. So, Miley Cyrus joins the Jonas Brothers for this concert, and they perform Before the Storm together. After they perform, there's a series of tweets that they tweeted about each other. I'll show you now. Back home in Savannah, I wish that when I screenshot things, TikTok was like, oh, she wants everyone to see the whole thing. Whatever. I love it here, but I miss you. Who is you? So after the performance, Selena Gomez tweets, Mrs. Texas, ... which is where she's from. Who burped in here? But also the last place that she was seen with Nick before they broke up. And every time that Nick and Miley are seen together, she tweets about talking to Taylor Swift. Boom! Swift talks are the best. I love you, Taylor. It's almost too easy. No, it's actually very hard to decode these celebrities, especially during this time. They made it really, really hard, but I did it. I did it. Get in there! And I was. Yeah. Get in there! And I was. Then, June 25th, this was like June 20th that they performed together. Selena Gomez tweets, studio all night. I'm sorry for changing. I'm sorry it isn't like it was, which is a song about Nick. It's from I Won't Apologize, and it's a song about Nick Jonas's feelings for Miley Cyrus. These Disney kids were intertwined. So June 25th, like I said, is also supposedly Liam and Miley's anniversary, but then early July, she tweets this. I'm loving being single. You know that you tweeted that when you were mad at somebody, right? That's what I did. Like when I see a girl tweet LOL, I'm like, what the fuck he do? What did he do, girl? So I'm loving being single. Life is so carefree. Spending the day enjoying sonic music, mommy Tish, and the beautiful sun in Savannah. Said somebody who's trying to piss off someone. Hello, do you remember that Hannah Montana episode? He could be the one or whatever, where she has to choose between two dudes. Well, people speculate that it was written about her having to choose between Nick and Liam. The drama. Then, July 13th, the Jonas Brothers had a softball team called Road Dogs. Road Dogs won. Look at her pretending to care. She doesn't give a shite. But then July 20th, she tweets, Miley, shooting a wedding scene. Then Miley Cyrus tweets, shooting a wedding scene with a broken heart in the rain. You know which scene. You saw the last song. You know which scene. Did you know that Joe Jonas also dated Brenda Song, who dated Miley Cyrus's brother, and they have a baby together? Isn't that weird? Part 4, Miley and Liam, but we're backtracking a little bit. I just want you to know the backstory. So Miley Cyrus tweets, I've got so much honey, the bees envy me. I've got a sweeter song than the birds in the trees. I can read, dude. Why would you look at me like that? I can do it. I can read. This is a song that you would always associate with Nick. Also, I had just turned 19. That's important for the story. Then August 19th, 2009, Miley is seen at the airport with Liam, and they are doing premarital snuggling and kissing, if you can believe it. Unbelievable. Now, Miley keeps telling people, guys, we're just friends. And I'm looking back and I'm like, why was she telling everybody they were just friends? Because she was 17. And he was not 17. He was 20, 21. He was 20. Around this time, she does an interview. Around this time, she does an interview with 17 magazine where she again calls Liam Hemsworth her best friend. But she's like, I'm trying to figure out ways where I can make my private life not so public, which is a reason I deleted my Twitter. But the true reason that she deleted her Twitter is because of all the tweets about Nick Jonas. And apparently, allegedly, Liam did not like that. But she did say that she's never gotten along with somebody so well. And that Liam was really good at being like, you did a really good job today. You look really beautiful today, which is, in her words, all that she really wanted. And when I'm 17, that's all I really wanted to, or 18, or 31, or whatever. Then they do the Teen Vogue shoot. Do you remember Teen Vogue? It was my dream to be in Teen Vogue. It still is. But anyway, they do the Teen Vogue shoot and they're like, it's all good fun. It's all innocent. We're besties. Duh. And then boom, red carpet official. They go to Elton John's AIDS Foundation event, you know, big red carpet, etc., etc. And she does an interview with E! News on the red carpet and she refers to him as my boyfriend. Later that month, they walk the red carpet to the premiere of the last song together. They talk about instant chemistry. Here they are. I remember this like it was just yesterday and not 1 million years ago. So the music in the last song did not have the best reviews, which is a stupid trash of them. I love it. I'm probably gonna watch it tonight. So she comes out with I Can't Be Tamed, which is like a Miley Cyrus classic. I remember being at a house party and being like, guys, dudes, dudettes. Miley Cyrus has a new song out and she's dressed as a peacock in a birdcage and we must watch it now. And I don't regret it because it was fantastic. But she says, you know, like Liam even inspired some of the lyrics as well as some of her other exes about wanting to keep her in this nice little box where she's perfect and pretty. Who do you think about that? Who do you think she's talking about? Part 6. Miley and Liam. Miley. Mayim. That's one letter away from my favorite place. Miami. Okay, back to the February 2011. Miley Cyrus is seen with Amy Winehouse's ex, actually, Josh Bowman. Josh B. And of course, she's like, we're just friends. If my guy friend held me like that, I'd go like this. What are we? Like, literally. He's so close to kissing my forehead. That's like marriage. What are we? But she's a Sagittarius, right? So she's probably like, oh my God, what? I told you my deepest, darkest secrets. And we stayed up talking about our lives and what we wanted to do with our lives together till like 7 a.m. We're nothing. But then March 31st, sorry, I literally forgot that I had a work call. So March 31st, Miley's seen in Australia. I'll show you a pic. And of course, Miley's like, we're just friends. We're just friends. Miley, I want to go to Australia just for friendships. Like, oh, Tefi, what if we're friends and I live in Australia? Maybe. I have to really love you. You know that saying like leaving your house in New York costs $15? I think leaving your house in Australia costs you your life. Everything there wants to end you. Either take a bite out of you or sting you or constrict you or scare you just for funsies, just because they can. I don't even think those bitches are really hungry. They just wanna. The food chain is fucked up in Australia. But the men, well, maybe I will see you one day, Australia. Maybe one day I will see you Australians in New York. That's what I mean. Then there's rumors that they're engaged to be married. Or if you've watched The Princess Bride, to be married. And Miley's like, no, I'm not engaged. I've worn the same ring on this finger since November. People just want to find something to talk about. Got it. It's a topaz, people, which I love. It's a topaz. But then Liam proposes May 31st. Okay, so I remember the engagement I remember Miley Cyrus did an interview where she was filming something for YouTube, and it's my favorite performance of hers when she does Jolene. Okay, I want to show you on my laptop, but it's being a mouth breather right now. Listen to it. Pero qué feo. So ugly. I hate when it does that. Okay, so it's this performance. Let's start. 1 second. Part 7, Miley and Liam. Let's get into it. So they're engaged to be married, right? I think everybody was happy for them. Obviously, they were very, very young, so people had comments about that, but they're a beautiful, stunning couple. And they seemed very, very much in love. I mean, when they were apart, Liam said that they would try to Skype a little bit every day because seeing her face made everything a little bit better. And Miley has many quotes where she says that Liam is very much a gentleman, that Australian men are like Southern gentlemen. Sorry, I just wanted to say, I can't control the thoughts that come into my mind. I wanted to say, you know, like how Keith Urban does country music, but I can't see the correlation there. So I'm going to let it go. Like Keith Urban does country music. But I truly think that when you are young, you think that love is enough. And my mom used to say that to me all the time, love isn't enough. And I'd be like, what do you mean? Love is everything. And it's not. It's not. Love is like just the beginning of it, you know? There's so much more that goes into a marriage. And well, I know when we're younger, we watch these TV shows that are like, oh, you know, marriage is hard. But when you're young, you're like, well, it doesn't matter because you love each other. And I really do think that these two love each other. They probably still do love each other, just in a different way. Also, Miley's ring was beautiful. I have this shitty picture of it saved to my phone, actually. How old is she now? 1920? Walking around with that rock? What? This is what dreams are made of. Are you kidding me? I know I talked a little bit about how they got engaged in the last video and I didn't touch on it, but like apparently when she was filming that series where she sings Jolene, which was like right in the beginnings of the Miley high bun era, which we will get into. She said that while she was singing and Liam has seen her perform a million times, that like, why is he so nervous? And later on he proposed, which I think is so cute. Sorry, I was just sad that now men give me the ick in every way possible. So thinking of a nervous man, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm working through it. Well, anyway, they do many interviews where they say, you know, we were lucky enough to get a call back to read together for the last song, and that's where we fell in love. Messy timelines, you already know. And now we're engaged to be married, and we're so excited. And they spend Christmas together. I love this photo of them, though. Because I feel like Liam is known to be like the serious guy in Hollywood, but I think they were silly together, and I like seeing couples that are silly together. I just like seeing people happy. It's never pissed me off. I love seeing people happy, and I think they look really fucking. Part 8, Miley and Liam, and this has nothing to do with anything, but my friend has a boutique, and she sent me this shirt, and I was like, oh my god, this shirt is so sexual, but I love it. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know what I'm gonna say. I think I'm wearing this bitch backwards. I just passed by like one of my mirrors and I was like, wait a damn minute. Hold on, look. Can you see it? I think it's fucking backwards. I think it's fucking backwards. Oh my god. Quepena.com. Quepena.com. Oh my god. I run the website. I'm so embarrassing. Ah! Sometimes I imagine my grandfather looking at me down from heaven, and he's like, Stefania, please. Like, so before we get more into Liam and Miley, I want to note that this is like prime time Miley Cyrus top knot bun time, okay? I'm also going to note before I show you the photos, during this time I was very deep into my, okay, I'm going to trigger warning, I'm going to talk about ED, so if it triggers you, I'll see you soon. It's no big deal. You're not missing out on much. It's fine. This was like prime time, my ED time, and I used to look at these photos, and I remember people would be like, Miley, how do you stay so fit? And she's like, I do Pilates like every other Sunday, like something so, and I'm like, bitch, I'm running 7 miles a day, like trying so hard to look like her. And she's just like, you know, a naturally thin girl, and she looks fucking fantastic. But for me, I was like, and I was trying to do the top that she was doing sexies with Chuck Bass. What's his name? Ed? Isn't that terrible? Chuck and Ed. Bad names. Okay, part 9, Miley and Liam. Remember how I said, remember those rumors? Perez Hilton. One of my friends is so far removed from pop culture. The other day, she goes, I didn't know Paris Hilton had a gossip blog. And I looked at her like this. Anyway, at Perez Hilton, hope you find love one day, but you cannot fuck with mine. I've never been with Ed W. in my life. I was at the studio last night. I was in the stew last night. Let's continue. Okay, and then I can't get over how small I can make myself here. So the breakup rumors start, right? I am so sick of I am so sick of LA and sick of the lies that come with it. I didn't call off my wedding, taking a break from social media. Hashtag draining. So the breakup rumors were starting. And she's drained. So March 22nd, 2013, one of their reps comes out and is like, they're still very much getting married. They're still together. And then comes Bangerz. The era that some of us love and some of us hate, and mostly hate, begins. And we start seeing, hello, let's not forget the hair. When she cut that fucking hair. And what did she say? She put on Twitter like, was it Twitter? Where she was like, now I finally look like what I feel like on the inside. And I was like, what? We didn't even get to say goodbye to the bun. We didn't even get to say goodbye. And she meant a lot to us. So this is where we start getting into the side of Miley, the twerking and the, she's very much fully in the pro cannabis, movement. It's not a movement. You know what I'm talking about. We start realizing that she smokes a shit ton of weed. Okay, like that's really what it is. Okay. Also, rumors start that she has an affair with what's it? Mike Will made it. I can't stand myself. I'm still gonna post it, but I can't stand myself. Then tabloids are like starting to say Liam is not so comfortable with this new Miley. He misses the old Miley, which I don't even really know what that means. Oh, I'm late to a meeting. Let me wrap it up. So then Wrecking Ball, we meet Wrecking Ball Miley. And then all these reports come out that Liam is cheating on Miley because he's seen giving somebody a little smoochy. Miley and Liam, part 10, you little threatening brats. Please stop threatening me and my livelihood.
Be nice to Tefi.
Did you hear that? That was Jesus. I have a co-anchor here with me today that lived through Miley and Liam.
Another expert.
Yeah. And I don't think he's okay to this day.
No.
All right. So let's go back to where we were, right? So we get Wrecking Ball Miley. And I remember where I saw that. I was in Bogota and I was like, I don't know what's happening in the States, but Miley she's a wrecking ball.
I was in a college common room. I clearly remember.
So they immediately, after Wrecking Ball, people were like, whoa, this is sounding a little real. And at the same time, Liam is fighting for his life against these cheating allegations, even with January Jones, who is fine as shit. Okay? January Jones is so fucking pretty. So beautiful. And so January Jones and Liam's team has to come out and be like, no, we're not doing kisses, right? Okay. So then all of a sudden, Miley unfollows Liam on the Twitter, which is enough confirmation for me. You're gonna unfollow your fiance on Twitter. Not like his Twitter was super thrilling anyway. He would tweet things like, beautiful day.
Check out my movie. Please
don't be so transparent and vulnerable with us, Liam. Anyway, then one day I get on the internet and I'm surfing the web, and with my eyes, I see, so not with my own eyes, my eyes on the computer, I see Liam doing kissing with another girl. And it's not friend kissing. Sometimes friends kiss, right? Kiss me, Rod.
No.
All right. Look at this. That's definite contact, right? So we learned that's Isa Gonzalez, la Mexicana.
I've never heard of that person.
Yes, you have. She's in Baby Driver.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She's not ugly.
Right.
She's yeah. Baby Driver? No, it's with Ansel. You're thinking of Driver. Well, they're both driving cars. So literally, just seeing this, like if someone I was engaged to be married to was touching somebody's hip like this, and they're not a chiropractor, I would be in jail. It's pretty bad. Like who does she think she is? She's not just being Miley. That was good. And you know who has to get involved and say their piece? Real Donald Trump at Miley Cyrus. Don't worry about Liam. You can do much better.
Donald Trump?
Then you know who has to get involved? Real Donald Trump at Miley Cyrus. Don't worry about Liam. You can do much better.
Donald Trump?
Yeah. Well, he was obviously very invested. He loves Nicholas Sparks.
Pop culture.
Well, this was his last song. Part 11, Liam and Miley. So we now know.
Part 11, babies.
Do you think doing alcohols is cool? So we now know that they are broken up, right? And Wrecking Ball is everywhere, right?
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Turn off the radio. Miley Cyrus performed at iHeartRadio, and it's a very, very emotional performance. I'll show it to you now. Look. She starts crying. She never meant to start a war. So, according to those lyrics, this is my theory. I think that Liam is a traditional dude, and I really think that at this age where Miley was, that she thought that's what she wanted because her family, if you know anything about her family or like her relationship with her dad, that it was very non-traditional. And I think as a kid that causes you a lot of stress, like if your parents are unpredictable. Like Rod, he's unpredictable. He's what you call a silly goose.
We just spilt wine on Tefi's laptop.
Well,
it's everywhere.
Okay. So what I was saying is I think Liam is like a serious person and maybe not that open with his emotions. And I think Miley got to the point where she was like, I feel like she's a really creative person, but she's also like an extremely open person. For someone as famous as she is, she really lets her fans know pretty much fucking everything. So being that open of a person and being with somebody who kind of maybe wants it a little leave it to Beaver, you know, it must have gotten super frustrating, you know, or I think those relationships get really lonely for one person. Then because she is working with Mike Will Made It all the time, the rumors of her hooking up with Mike Will Made It, the producer, began. And I don't know if you follow the word. Say it again.
Mike Will Made It.
I don't know if you follow Nicki Minaj at all, but she had a radio show at one point, right? Queen Radio. And she talked about, this was after the Miley Was Good era, when Miley
was good, Miley. That was...
Miley was good.
Miley was good.
What's good, Miley?
It's literally Miley Was Good. I literally said it.
Miley was good.
Why are you yelling? We're in England. Nobody yells here.
It's chill.
So on Queen Radio, Nicki Minaj said that she walked in on Miley and Mike Will Made It. And Miley was...
Mike Will Made It.
Yes. Miley was taking a nap on his lap. Like that. Which I think, you know, to embarrass her like that was a lot. I think she was going through a really hard time, and I'll talk to you again in part 12. Part 12, Miley and Liam. Okay, so on December 16th, 2013.
December 16th, 2013.
Hello? Miley Cyrus goes on Barbara Walters and says that pretty much the only reason that she got engaged is because that she was scared of forever being alone. This is my theory. Again, I think that she feels, especially because of the media, that she's so extra, and she had this like good guy, and I think we fall for that all the time. Like, I don't want to fuck this up. This is a good guy.
I don't want to wait for my lives to be over.
I don't want to wait. I think for somebody like Miley, she probably thought, you know, maybe I'm too extra, maybe I'm too loud, maybe
You were literally a perfect human being.
I'm talking about Miley.
There's always gonna be another mountain.
There's always gonna be another man. So I think, and I don't want to say the word settling, because you're not settling if you're with Liam Hemsworth because he's successful, but you are settling it in a way for like emotional connection. So, and also the fear of being alone. How many of us can like relate to that? You know, like I have to hold on to this. I have to hold on to this because I have a lot of love to give, right? And that's what I meant about being transparent. That is extremely vulnerable for Miley to share with Barbara Walters. It was huge, very popular, popularly streamed. How old do I sound saying that? It was popularly streamed on the streaming services, but a lot of people watched it, and she knew that it was going to be a highly watched video, and she still was so open, right? And then Miley is seen making out with one of Britney Spears' backup dancers. That's a girl. And that's when we're like, wait a damn minute. Wait a damn minute. What? John Fraud. What also is something that's weird is that Miley Cyrus loves Britney Spears. Loves Britney Spears. But Miley Cyrus for a long time was connected with Lou Taylor. Not like emotionally connected, I mean business connected. Oh my God, I see a little camel toe and I'm gonna protect her from it. but I just want to make a note that Miley Cyrus, even though Lou Taylor was involved business management wise for a while with her, was still repping Free Britney for a long time. And here's a video of Miley loving Britney Spears. I've been sincerely slacking. I haven't been a very good friend either. I missed one of my best friend's birthday dinner, so I'm gonna take him to dinner tonight, but I'm running late and I thought, I really have to do this series, so why don't I do it as I get ready. So first and foremost, where I left off is a place where it's about to get dark, and I just want to say I really do believe that these two were very, very good friends. So that being said, while I do think there was a friendship there, I think they are essentially completely different people. I think that Liam is very rigid in his traditionalism, and I've dated many rigid traditional men, and the relationship is very much set around their expectations, and they tend to like really enjoy the ultra femme. So while you might be changing as a person or evolving, as we all are, keeping them pleased, not just like pee-pee wise, but I mean keeping them happy, really keeps a woman who's changing or in a point in her life where she's growing on her toes, and it's a pretty scary thing. I feel like traditional men make their insecurities kind of our responsibilities, and when they tend to wander, that's another responsibility of ours that we failed at. And it can be really hard on the person who, is changing, is growing. Maybe they don't relate to the person that they were a year and a half ago. And at the age that Miley is, 19, 20, 21, 22 is a crazy age. You're like in between adulthood, and you're supposed to figure everything out because you feel like this clock is against you. Like, figure it out. You're getting older. Time is running out for you to be who you want to be. So remember that big beefy guy from Twilight, Kellen Lutz? I don't know how to say his freaking name, but he was pretty popular for a second. Him and Miley are rumored to be hooking up, right? They go to Miami and the Bahamas together, but Mr. Lutz tells tabloids, we're just friends, which is absolutely what I would say if I was also one of Liam's really good friends. Woo! Then Liam starts dating Nina Dobrev from Vampire Diaries. I have yet to watch the show because I know I'll be obsessed, and I can't really handle a new obsession at the moment. So sorry, I brushed my hair a freaking lot. That summer he goes to Portofino, Italy, and he is overheard, which I don't believe for a second. He's overheard talking about Miley pretty loudly, but that's also BS, and I'm going to tell you why in the next part. But he's basically saying how him and Miley have an incredible connection, and that their chemistry was undeniable, and that they'll always love each other. Okay. Okay, so part 14, Miley and Liam. So Liam's in Italy, right? Apparently at a table with a group of friends, and he's like raving about Miley, and he's saying, you know, their connection, blah, 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 blah. He says that they will always be great friends because there's no denying how close and connected they are. And then he also says how he kind of regrets leaving all his furniture there when he moved out because they got the furniture together and it was really expensive. And many other details. One, poor Nina. Two, that does not sound overheard. Liam, that was 100% someone at your table. Like 1000% someone at your table. Like, loudly overheard. I doubt. I think that you got drunk and you got really open with your friends, which sucks. I hope you found out who it was, but that's 100% somebody that was sitting at the table and was like, yes, and hello. What's also crazy is that reportedly he brought up his brother, Chris, and he's like, oh, I hope he gets a job soon. Well, he did. Thanks for manifesting that, Liam. How foul, though, if you hear something, I have an electronic litter box and we're in the bathroom. How foul, though, of someone to say that to the tabloids and insinuate like you're talking shit about your brother. What? F you, stranger. Halloween 2014, Miley is seen with Patrick Schwarzenegger, you know, the Terminator's son, which is proof that manifestation works because he had been mentioning Miley in interviews for a long time. He's been calling Miley Cyrus his crush for a very, very long time. Then Miley confirms with a Meg, I'm with a Kennedy now, which is crazy that he's a freaking Kennedy. Isn't that insane? Well, anyway, so she confirms. But sweet Patrick is a junior in college at USC. I think USC. I always confuse USC with UCF, University of Central Florida. Go Knights! I love when people ask me like, oh my God, Tefi, what did you major in? I majored in dropping out 4 times, so. And honestly, I killed it, so he's a junior, right? He's a junior, and juniors go on spring break. And soon, I mean, he grew up famous. He has no excuse. Soon, paparazzi catch him with a lady. Of course, he's like, that's my friend. I'm sure she's your friend. I'm sure she's your very, very, very good friend. I'm sure you guys are actually best friends. I'm sure she's so nice to everyone you bring around. And I'm sure she listens to Miley. What did Cardi say? You cheat on me with bitches that follow me. Isn't that sad? You know, it's just so tacky and predictable. Tefi, you're talking about a 19-year-old boy. Good. Part 15, Liam and Miley. So Patrick Schwarzenegger is on spring break with his best friends. And paparazzi catch him getting really close to this one girl. I feel like that is 100% a body shot over her reproductive organs. So while on spring break, Patrick catches wind of this, like the paparazzi photos going around, and obviously, you know, he would never do that to his girlfriend. So he tweets out, you know, oh my God, geez, I guess you can't be friends with anybody anymore. Like almost too, like, come up with something new. Like, God, I guess you just can't have friends anymore. Of course you can. But you don't have to kiss their pee-pee over the bathing suit for the tequila shot on spring break. They break up, obviously. I'm going to put this back in my cabinet. Stay with me. So then Miley starts dating that Victoria's Secret model, Stella Maxwell. And, you know, she starts talking a lot about her sexuality. I'm back. She starts talking a lot about her sexuality. And she talks about how, you know, it was awkward telling her mom at first that she, like, admires women in a different way than she thought. All that. I just want to say, this electric litter box sounds like a door creaking. And while it is so worth the money to not smell anything, at the same time, in the middle of the night, yeah, screams. I think they're like a really, really, really cute couple, to be honest. I think it was really fun for her, for Miley, hopefully for Stella as well. I think they really did like each other, but her growth in the public eye is crazy. I feel like she's finding herself in like a really genuine way, and truthfully, I feel like so many people in Hollywood do this as privately as possible, and she's just doing it out loud, like zero shame. And I feel like that's a wonderful example, like learning who you are. There's nothing wrong with learning who you are, you know. And she never calls it a phase. She never denies it. She's like, yeah, I think I like this, and I'm gonna explore it. And I feel attracted to people who are not men, you know. There's a lot of cute pics of Stella and Miley together here. Oh, it looks like I'm with them, ladies. No, it's with a little mini horse, which is so much better, I feel. And here they are having a silly goofy time with their friends. I feel like dating somebody who's silly goofy is the best. And I'm not saying that I don't think Liam has his silly goofy moments, but I'm saying I don't think Liam has that many silly goofy moments. I don't know, maybe. So by August of this year, she tells Elle magazine that she is single, so that did not last very long. She also tells Elle that she is pansexual, and she's then linked to Dane Cook. Okay, part 16, Miley and Liam. So Miley and Stella break up, right? And I just have to show these photos of them on the set of a music video where people were like, wait a damn minute, they're not friends, they're very best friends. The press is like, oh, it is so nice of Stella to help Miley find a change in her back pocket. That is so kind. So then in January, Miley flies to Australia, and everyone's like, whoa there, like a fucking dude on TikTok. Whoa there, you've been scrolling, like, okay. So she goes to Australia to go see an old pal and go to a music festival together. And that old pal is indeed Mr. Hemsworth. Listen, I said it once and I'm gonna say it again. To fly to Australia to see somebody, to risk your life for love. Me? I'd be like, oh my God, Liam, I miss you too. I'll see you in Fort Lauderdale. Let me know when you get in. I'll call you the Uber. I'll see you on Las Olas. So May 24th, 2016, GQ does an interview with Liam. And of course, because they're not as stupid, they're like, hey Liam, are you back with a certain gal that you were once engaged to be married to? And he's like very coy about it, which I understand. I'm not done with my lip, stop. He's very coy about it, which I understand. And he's like, I feel like you can figure it out for yourself. I feel like a lot of people have, which is also very Robert Pattinson-esque, right? That's what he said. I think also to GQ. Sorry, I have to look in the big mirror for this. You understand. Red lips are so, like, I feel like such a bad bitch in them, but they're so fucking scary. They're so scary. But yeah, he's like, you'll figure it out, a lot of people have, which is basically like, yeah, we're together, bro, Mr. GQ. So Miley doesn't comment, but posts a picture that she got a tattoo. Oh my God, did I fuck that up? A little bit, that's okay. Because she got a tattoo of Vegemite, which by the way, I thought was like arequipe, like dulce de leche, like caramel, okay? And apparently it tastes like fucking meat. What? And it's Liam's favorite. Your meat sauce in the morning is your favorite? I don't know. Who am I to judge? I'ma still do it. So October 2016, Miley then goes on the Ellen Show. And she says that her engagement ring really isn't her style because she usually wears like plastic jewelry. Basically confirming, right? Everything that 17, Miley and Liam. So right, she goes on the Ellen Show and she's like, you know, well, Ellen asked about the engagement and she's like, yeah, my engagement ring isn't really like my style. And I usually wear like a lot of like plastic gummy bears and like plastic jewelry and stuff like that. So whatever. So basically confirming that they are back on. How ugly is that face? Oh, God, hold on. Oh, that is my surprise face. That's good for me. I love that for me. I'm like very into like reds right now. I'm going through like a red phase. Like I feel like it's like high 80s. Why have I forgotten how to make a freaking braid? You know, I feel like it's very, I'm trying to go back to like my New York 80s vibe. I forgot that I was doing the video for a second. Okay, August 2017. I have to talk about this. Liam and Miley go on a double date with some old friends of theirs who are recently dating. Yeah, I'm doing the fucking braid again. Yeah, Stella and K-Stew are dating. And they go on a double date together. To eat together. Honestly, can I just say, Kristen Stewart is not an ugly girl. She looks hot as shit. This is like one of my favorite Kristen Stewart eras. My other favorite era is all the other ones. She has never been, she's so fucking hot. When people are like, I don't see the appeal to her, then open your eyes. That's a hot little bit. Whew. But I also feel like this double date is wild because there's a song on her album where Malibu was also, it's called Younger Now. So Malibu was on that album. I think it was like her 6th album. Anyway, there's a song on there called She's Not Him, which fans speculate it's about how Stella Maxwell is not Liam. And then they're like, so I was like, true, let's go eat. So then reportedly around this time, everything is amazing with Liam and Miley. They're blissful. But I feel this is also where the Lord becomes bored. I feel like God sometimes is like, with a toddler, when it's too quiet, you're like, something's awry. So then their house burns down. Do you remember that big fire? Like Kim Kardashian evacuated, a bunch of people evacuated. But her house actually burned down, which I can't even imagine. But she later tweets that she's okay and she's lucky to have her animals and the love of her life with her, and thanks the fire department, all that. Was that the fire that was started by the gender reveal party? No. Am I mixing up my wildfires? Right? Okay, part 18, and if you have to look at these photos, so do I. They absolutely fucking kill me. So those fires are November, the second week of November, and then by December 16th, they got married in Tennessee. Oh my God, I always miss the freaking hole. That's what it is. Okay, so. Wait, did we even talk about Malibu? Did we even talk about the song Malibu? We didn't, did we? Okay, first and foremost, I fucking love that song. Look at the lyrics. That's a fucking love story. And Liam shot the cover art for it. I think I have it. I think I actually have it in my camera roll. Okay, I didn't, so I looked it up. But it's one of the sweetest songs ever. Next to you in Malibu. Remember when she spins around like in the sand? I used to just like that. That was me singing, not Miley. That wasn't the radio. This is another picture of Miley on her wedding day, and I think she looks stunning. And you know why? I think the most beautiful brides are the ones that are most relaxed. She looks relaxed. I feel like it's not like some big lavish affairs like with her family. And unfortunately she lost her house, but she has the people that she loves. I think I fucking hate my outfit, dude. So they get married and it's beautiful. Okay, so throughout her marriage to Liam, she does all of these interviews, right? And basically saying her queerness, do I like this? Her queerness is still valid even though she's in a relationship with a queer man, right? I hate the belt. But she had to, because some of you guys are really disrespectful. I see it all the time on TikTok too. Some of you are very, very disrespectful to queer women if they do not fit the tight little uptight boxes that you hand labeled yourselves for them. Tefi, who are you talking to? If you feel offended, then I'm probably talking to you. So by the following August, it's reported that they are separating. And for many reasons, Miley, the Smilers, who by the way, I pissed off once, vicious, went straight for the jugular. Straight for the jugular. This one person said I looked like Kramer, and I couldn't stop looking at it. I couldn't stop seeing it I think I'm seeing it right now. I see it a little bit in my expressions. I do a little bit. Like, who's this Kramer looking bitch? And I was like, oh fuck, it's me. But so anyway, a lot of the Smilers on the Twitters are like, Liam is unfaithful and that's why they're separating. And apparently they say that bad karma is about Miley hooking up with Nick and not feeling bad about it because of what Liam did. Nick Jonas. I gotta go to dinner. Guys, it's been a minute. This is part 19, Miley and Liam. I deeply, deeply, deeply apologize. But I just, you know that quote, like, I'm sorry I'm late, I didn't want to come. I've been disconnected, I'm ready to connect. All right, so where were we? Okay, so we left off where Miley was telling Elle magazine, like, listen, just because I'm married to, like, a dude doesn't make me less queer. She's pansexual. And she was like, you know, I don't live in this, like, 50s world where, like, he comes home and I'm, like, in my apron, which I think is really important to talk about. I feel like there's a lot of queer women out there that are dating or married to men, and they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. My identity is not defined, or lack of identity is not defined by who I'm doing sexy time with, you know? So, August comes. That's in July. August comes, and there are rumors that the Hemsworth are separating, okay? So people are like, no way! And then Miley is seen in Italy with Caitlyn Jenner, Brody Jenner's recent ex-wife at the time, right? I just want to say this. When somebody first approached me and was like, oh my God, did you know that Miley Cyrus is hooking up with Caitlyn Jenner? They did not specify which Caitlyn. So I was like, no way. No way. And they were like, yeah. And I was like, yeah. I mean, that's amazing. Everybody deserves, you know, to be loved, but that's weird. And he was like, why? And I'm like, because I'm like, Kendall, isn't she friends with Kendall and Kylie? And the person was like, probably. And then I got home and I was like, why did you not specify? I thought she was dating Caitlyn Jenner, the Olympian. Which, you know, whatever. But it was just misinformation. It's so easy to spread. And at that point, I'd already told my mom that Miley Cyrus is dating Caitlyn Jenner. So who even knows who she told? I do know. The whole office. So then we had to retract our statements. And we look less reliable as pop culture sources, me and my mother, in her bank office, you know? Also, I love the media at this time was like, are they dating? Are they telling each other secrets? But there was a Hills reboot. So people were like, is this PR? Is Miley going to be on the Hills reboot? Which was, I mean, that would have been great for them. I don't even think I watched the reboot. And Misha Barton was on it. And that's definitely something I would watch. So at this point, everyone's like, okay, yeah, for sure. So they are separating. I mean, Miley's dating someone, you know? And then Liam goes on Instagram and posts this Instagram of like a sunset. I think he deleted it. I can't find it anywhere. And I'm good at finding things. Oh, sorry, I disassociated for a second. Hi, all, just a quick note that Miley and I have recently separated, and I wish her nothing but health and happiness going forward. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. So okay, part 20. This is insanity. But you know what? At the same time, it's a 10-year relationship, which, by the way, oh, did I say welcome to part 9? Yes, I did. Yeah. Which, by the way, in June of the year, so they whatever. You know what? Let's go to Old San Juan. They split up in August, right? June of that year, Miley Cyrus tweeted, you know, I'm glad to see that the tabloids are still as stupid as ever from 10 years ago. Happy 10th anniversary, my love. Fast forward a mere 60 moons, you know, and she's in Italy with Caitlyn Carter Jenner. And mind you, they used to double date. Brody and Caitlyn and Liam and Miley Cyrus. I don't know why I want to say that like Harry Potter. I'm not going to say it and I won't do it. You're a wizard, Harry. I'm sorry if I look like handsome Squidward. I just got a little touch up on the cheekbones for the filler. My girl Andy over at Dr. Halas's office in Manhattan. Okay, just a little bit. Anyway, I'm a little swollen. In a week it'll be fine. And in a week, it'll look like I didn't get anything done at all, and I don't know why that messes with me. But anyway. So I found Liam's Instagram. He did not delete it. You know, thank God. So I'm going to show you guys right here. Hi, all. Just a quick note to say Miley and I have recently separated, and I wish her nothing but health and happiness going forward. This is a private matter, and I have not made nor will be making any comments to any journalists or media outlets. Any reported quotes attributed to me are false. Peace and love. That's how my mom says peace and love, so that's how I say peace and love. Okay? Okay. Pero mira, beautiful sunset. Okay. Live, laugh, love vibes for him, and I love that. You know, I do get a lot of live, laugh, love vibes from Liam, and I don't know why. He's never done anything, I think, way too live, laugh, love for me. And you know what I mean by that. I'm not trying to say the word basic because whatever. I feel like Miley, how do I say this? Like, you know, like John Mayer, Bigger Than My Body. I don't know how to explain it, but I know that you know. I'm gonna send you what I'm thinking exactly right now. Zoom. So you get what I mean, you know? And I feel like Miley wasn't done loading. I feel like Miley was like, you know, when you're trying to show somebody a YouTube video and it's like buffering. I feel like when they met, she was still buffering. And you know, I would also like to say, I was like, you know what? Let me look at the Italy photos one more time. They are very romantic. But you did not have to do Miley Cyrus like this. It's like Miley Cyrus in Italy with Caitlyn Carter Jenner, having the time of her life. Where's her husband? Why is this one of the photos? Why is this one of the photos? Why'd you have to do my girl like that? Okay, part 21, Miley and Liam. And I think this is the last part. But while she is in Italy with Caitlyn Jenner, I don't know why that gives me the giggles. It's just so funny to think about. Fine. What's that? You want to hear their astrology? Fine. Miley's a Sagittarius. We knew this. Caitlyn, a Virgo. I'm going to do a video about my nails in a second before you even say it. So mid-August, Liam files for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. And later on, everyone's like, Liam cheated. And Miley, I think like she hasn't done a lot of, like, we don't know exactly why they broke up. But we do know that Miley has said many times, like, I really gave it my all. And I believe it. Which makes me so sad. You know, I think that she grew up with Billy Ray Cyrus, living a life that was very up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm going to say a name I've never said before. I'm going to say a name that I've never said before. One second. I'm going to say a name I've never said before. On Joe Rogan's podcast, she has a great interview. I love that interview. She talks about how her voice has changed. And she talks about, like, she tells stories about living with her dad. And I can see why. Someone like Miley would be looking for some kind of stability. And I think that she has a great dad. I mean, I'm not going to come out and be like, her dad sucks. I think she's very close to her family. But I think that Liam was maybe predictable and nice and normal. You know? And she felt close to him. And I can see my mom, my nails. My mom always used to say when I was younger, she's like, oh my God, right now you really want like rock and roll, like convertible top, flashing everybody. And I do that. But she was like, when you're going to get to a place in your life where you want to be with somebody just normal, someone who's nice, you know, that you want to do kissing with all the time, and someone who's honest and nice and maybe boring. And I do feel that. And I feel like she's lived a very rock star life. I'm mainly talking about Miley because Liam hasn't shared a lot about his life, so I can only assume that he is my live, love, laugh, Capricorn, Aquarius, that whole thing that I talked about in part 1. But with Miley, she's a free bird, baby. She can't be tamed, you know? And I hope that she finds the partnership that she's looking for and the security and safety that she looks for. And then she dated Cody Simpson. What?